Oh, wait, we have to wait for it to start again. Okay. I thought it was the beginning of the song. Is that the chorus? Who can take a rainbow? It plays Candyman. I got it today at the Restore. I keep calling it the Rehome. It's not the Rehome. I'm just rehoming their junk into my home. But, okay. Hush, hush. It's over there by Jesus and be quiet. Don't fall over. It's probably just going to play for a bit. Anyway, hello and happy Friday. Welcome to the porch. I spent the day going to the Tractor Supply and getting pine pellets. That is the trick. It has been soupy, muddy, messy, nasty in my chicken run. Because it snowed a whole bunch, and then it rained a whole bunch, and it ain't been warm or dry enough to just kind of clear it out. So it's just kind of just nasty. So I did a little TikTok research. And if you use pine pellets, it'll absorb and then throw some lime down. So that's what we're trying. I did 4 bags today. I need to buy some more bags. My run is bigger than I thought. But I did refill the duck ponds. Apparently, duck pond water is great fertilizer, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm starting my seeds this week. I know we've been talking about it, but I did go get my Jiffy Greenhouse kit and my Ferrymore seeds. So if you are planting this year, let me know what you're planting. And maybe we can do like a seed exchange or something. I'll send you some 4 o'clock seeds. If you don't know what those are, look them up. My granny gave me some, and I have like so many seeds this year. Anyway, but I have worked. I'm still not in my skirt. I come home and put on shorts, but you're not gonna see that. It's not worth it. So I got tickled. Real quick clarification, not on my part, but on y'all's. Christy Nome got fired. I said that. Seems like I said that. And all of y'all came back and said, no, she got reassigned. No, she got fired via text. Like a bad breakup. Don't be spending this money. And then they asked her, did Trump say you could spend this money? And she was like, well, there was conversations. She never actually got the go-ahead. So, I too have spent too much money, and the person that's holding the checkbook go, you're not supposed to spend that much money. It's not nearly as bad as them classifying illegal immigrants as long-term disabled. Did you see that fraud came to light today? It took literally an act of Congress for my daddy to get his disability like he deserved to, and it was about 12 years too late. You're telling me that every Tom, Dick, and Juan that sailors over illegally is now considered a long-term disabled person? Okay. I know. I saw that libraries are giving away seeds. Do you have a local public library that is also doing a seed bank? I think that's so neat. Greenup County Library up in Kentucky last year you could rent a chicken. You couldn't eat the chicken, kill the chicken, give the chicken away, or sell it. You had to give it back in the same condition that it was in. But you got to kind of have like a starter chicken. And I thought that was smart, especially for people who want to kick the tires before they buy the car, Thank you, Autumn. I paid enough for them. I went to the dentist once, and she said, you need a crown. I was like, no kidding. She's like, in your mouth. I'm like, oh. So she said, how white do you want to go? I said, I look like Ross Geller in that one episode of Friends where he uses the whitening strips for 48 hours. And when I had them done in 2017, they were that white. So this is how white they are with me smoking every single day and drinking coffee. Thank you. I always said that the boobs are real, but the smile's fake. So the chickens and the ducks and the turkeys are all safely into their coop. I have bought a new lamp for the front porch. I've got a quilt for my new TikTok caught. Couldn't think of the word. And then look what I found today. It's iridescent praying hands ceramic from the 80s. It's going to be now part of our set here for the Feral Christian Bible Study. I'd like to thank personally each and every person who tuned in last night, watched the replay, asked me questions. We all got into it together, and I loved it. Thank you so much. I don't I'm not ordained. I'm not starting a cult, religion, or a church. I'm starting a Bible study on my porch. And if you want to join us, it's on Thursdays at 7 o'clock Eastern time. If you don't, join me any other day of the week when we're bitching about other things and smoking cigarettes. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm a human. Sometimes y'all forget that. I do want to thank some of my more well-known friends for calling and encouraging me and offering to be guests at the Feral Christian Bible Study. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's all about community. It's all about Jesus and spreading the good news. So I'm pretty excited about that. A little concerned that some of the people that I thought would be really excited about it ended up being kind of a party pooper about it. I don't know why the thought of me sharing God's word with other people threatens them so bad. Maybe it's the way I'm saying it. Maybe it's because of who I am. Maybe it's because I am not the poster child that they think I should be for the Christian faith. Yes, I know. That's why I'm a feral Christian. So, nanu. Today is Friday. I'm so sorry I won't be at Bobby G's tonight because I still have been quite a bit under the weather. I tried to eat a gyro today. No, I'm lying. Had a shawarma bowl from down here at King's Kitchen. God, I love that place. I love Mediterranean food. Anyway, so I ordered it and I was like so hungry. Like my stomach thought my throat had been slit. I was so hungry I could have eaten a man right off his horse. But I ordered a great big old shawarma bowl and I ate about 4 bites and I was like, The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So I took it and it took an old container and I might have it here in a little bit. I don't have the stamina that I want to. I don't know if I had that long range COVID that everybody says that the symptoms you just can't get out from underneath, or if I had the flu, or if I had strep throat, or if I had a sinus infection, or if I just had pure ornery sense coming out, a little bit at a time. I don't know. All I know is my fever's broke. And I am eating solid foods, but in small quantities. I have lost 12 pounds without GLP or cocaine. So, everybody waves. It's Friday. So, Little Bakery, so excited that you're joining us. We're going to have t-shirts. We have t-shirts. Thank you for your ordering. And it's like, what's the word? Rotating. Because like the money that I get off of the shirts I use to help ship the Bibles to the people that need them. And the money from the stickers goes towards the new music, and the money from the music goes to the tour, and the money from the tour goes back into the chickens, and the money from the chickens goes back into the Bible. So it's a lot. But I appreciate your support in whatever form, fashion that you do to provide it. I do. And I'm eternally grateful and I'm humbled by it and I appreciate it very much. So, I know I ruffle feathers. My mother's done called me twice this week and said, what did you say? I'm like, we've already been over this. Watch my Facebook. I'm not going to apologize unless I am wrong. And my big book tells me I haven't been wrong in quite some time. Sorry. It's really good at pattern recognition. History repeats itself. You don't have to tell me twice. I listened really close the first time. Because I was raised on hee-haw. So, anyway, I do have on my Ohio shirt today. I'm not from Ohio, but I married a guy who's from Ohio. So, I support Ohio. Got some big stuff coming up. I'm going to have to do a little traveling, do a little writing, do a little picking and grinning. Next Saturday, the 14th, I'm at Emma Ray Steakhouse, formerly known as the Barnyard in Tates Valley, West Virginia, right there off the Hurricane exit. So make sure you come by and see us. That show starts at 7 o'clock, and it is a free show, which I never do. So come on down. Then we've got April in Huntington. I'm going to Nashville later this month. CRS starts this month. So, March. No, my shirt does not say how. It says Ohio. See the state? From your perspective, it probably says how. But I am mirrored right now. I have to lean off the camera because we're also live on Instagram, and they get their pennies in a wad. I don't care. None of y'all make me money on Instagram. Hate away. So what's been going on? Are we going to garden together this year? Anybody gardening? Anybody got the almanac? When's the last frost? I need a calendar. So, what are you growing and why? And can I propagate it? And do you know how to propagate? I propagated my wedding roses last year, and now we have one little tiny bush in the front yard. So excited. So, I got 2 peonies I got to put in the ground. I got to start my seeds this weekend. I really cannot wait for Kim's greenhouse to open up because she has the most gorgeous roses I've ever seen in my entire life. And every year, I put a couple roses out in the backyard because it's my memorial garden. I don't like taking flowers to a graveyard because nobody sees them. They don't see them. You don't see them. Why'd you waste all that money on a casket saddle? I prefer to go to Kim's greenhouse out in Milton, buy a pretty rose that reminds me of somebody who has passed away and plant it in my front yard so I can enjoy it and think of them every time that I go outside to smell the flowers. And really, I think that's what they would have wanted. So, I have a Dolly Parton rose for my Granny Bruce. I have a Tropicana rose for my Papa. I have a Climbing rose for Cole. I have all kinds of roses for the people that I have loved that have went on to heaven. I don't like to spend money on fake flowers to take to a cemetery that somebody's going to throw into a trash bag by the 4th of July because it's done blown over by the fence in the first thunderstorm. I said what I said. So, Missouri. Oh my gosh. I want to come play Missouri. I like Missouri. Y'all are legal. You got a love company. You got that big arch. Give me a gig. Hi, Larry Frakes. You know people. You get me a gig too. Everybody just get me a gig. How about that? And then we'll have a gig on Friday, a gig on Saturday, and then somebody who has a big old porch and a pitcher of sweet tea will have church there at Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. Bring your own covered dish. And bring an extra lighter because I tend to steal. Lena, thank you. I'm starting my seeds inside. I'm not like putting stuff in the ground yet. Lord, no. We ain't even through the 5 little winters of spring yet. But I am going to start my seeds. Anyway, I might grow some other seeds if I can get a hold of some. You know, those who like to garden. You've got some seeds. Anyway, I'm working on my set. When I say set, I mean my porch, because I want every single inch of my porch to remind you of Mrs. Doubtfire / Pee Wee Herman's Funhouse. And you go, I just feel at home there, and I want to read the Bible and kick off my shoes and light a cigarette and play with a chicken and hang out with Sarah Beth. I want you to feel like you're going to Cigarette Mom's house. I want you to get here and be like, I'm home. What's to eat? What's the Wi-Fi password? Eric, I'd love to come play at the restaurant. Holler at me. DM me right now because I'll forget. So, I have a funny story. So, today, I went to like I told you, I went to the restore. And I love that my friends there know me because I have accidentally started collecting 1960s Mother Mary porcelain iconography that used to be flower vases, but now I use them as pencil holders all over the house. So, today, one of my girlfriends down at the restore, she goes, I got you something. I held it back. And I was like, what is it? She goes, does this count? And I'm like, yes, that counts. I'm going to put toothpicks in it. Or maybe weed. I don't know. But, and look, whoever it was is like after my own granny's heart. She wrote on a piece of masking tape on the bottom, who gave that to her? That's a sign of a granny. That's a sign of an octogenarian. Marijuana festivals. That, I have played the token float up in Ohio, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You get on your pool float and you smoke all day long. It was fun, from what I remember. But it was fun. Would I ever do music videos? Yeah. I just have to have money to do that. Then, henceforth, book me places. I'm not really that expensive, but then you add tax. Do I have what is that eyelash glue stuck in the bottom lashes? I don't even wear them down there. It's because it got hot and sweaty. Sorry. I got my contacts in and I don't feel good. Okay. Perform at the Hungry Hiker will. Hook me up, Polly. Who do you know? Do you own it? Can I come? Weed seeds, Connie, you get it. Rachel's got me some seeds. Yeah, you know, we have a community garden. Okay. Let's see. What else do we need to do? What do we need to talk about? We still ain't found Nancy. We found out now that there was an internet glitch the night that she disappeared. I don't know if that's got to do with anything, but maybe it does. Tucker Carlson's apparently went Kenzie Six crazy. Him and Daddy Trump broke up on social media, to which Tucker replied, "I'll always love you." And I was like, you stole that from Dolly. Whatever. At this point, I'm just like, it's just basically a bowl of manure looking at itself in the mirror, and I'm like, nah. Is it helping me make more money as a songwriter? No. Is it making my life easier? Also, no. Is there anything I can do about it besides tell jokes, write stories, and sing songs? Probably. But since that's what I'm good at, that's what I'm going to do. Do you think it's still okay to smoke from a bong? Yeah, as long as you're smoking marijuana and nothing else. I'm a big fan of marijuana in whatever ways that you choose to consume it. I myself am not a bong person. I'm more of a put it in a pretty little pipe. Mostly because that's why I say put that in your pipe and smoke it. Because I hate to be a hypocrite. Thank you, Roxy, for downloading some of my music. I've made tens of cents from that. Thank you. Appreciate you. Seriously. If everybody would like learn the words to my songs and then request the radio stations to play them, then maybe people would call me and say, "Hey, won't you come play them songs at our bar and grill?" And I'll be like, "I'm on my way. Just let me grab my cowboy boots." And then I could sell eggs and T-shirts and stickers and hats and CDs and T-shirts. Anyway, and the circle will be unbroken. So that's all I know. So if you're new to the porch, where are you from? How'd you find me? How long you been here? Did you wipe your feet? These are things I want to know. Peggy Sue, I'm doing all right. I'm madder than hell about that car wreck yesterday, not because I was stuck outside in the middle of that traffic for 4.5 hours, but because for some reason, the local police decided to be a good idea to chase a 19 years old, took his granny's car, 120 miles an hour up Hurricane Creek. They threw spike strips out on the interstate, and then he killed a civilian. I don't know what I'm more pissed off about, the fact that they threw spike strips in the middle of the interstate and they're the city cops, or the fact that they were chasing a young man who probably was just scared to death, and now his entire life is run for vehicular manslaughter and, Grand Theft Auto, and, or the little girl that was minding her own business trying to get home after work in the middle of a thunderstorm, and then all of a sudden she's dead. Is it really worth being on the front page, Scott? Really? You think Washington's corrupt? Try living in Tays Valley for a little bit. I threatened to run for mayor, and then I found out what the mayor makes, and I was like, there's no way in hell. Add a zero and a comma. Crooked as the Hurricane Creek. But, as long as I pay my water bill on time and keep my nose down, I really don't have to deal with nobody. It's just when they want to get up in my shit and to start talking about me, and I'm like, I'm not from here, though. Keep that in mind. I don't claim anywhere except for Irvin. And I claim Irvin even though they don't claim me, so, again, isn't it ironic? Roxy's from Washington State. Hello, I have friends in Silverdale. Are you close to there? Probably not, but that's the only place I can think of off the top of my head besides Olympia and Seattle. I don't know anybody there anymore because they all moved south. But Dixie's still in Silverdale. Silverdale? Yeah. Been here a while now, Knoxville, Tennessee. Hey, listen, are you in Knoxville, Tennessee? Because we got to go do something if you are. Suzanne, listen. Who is the boy Cody who's the Dillard's home store manager? Or is it Doll Hairs? I don't know. It's probably Dillard's. But I love him. Cody McNabb. Okay, we have to go visit him. I just want to, put him in a music video. But if you've not been there yet, you need to look him up because he is a hoot. He's not paying me to endorse him either. I just think he's adorable and I like his style. He always wears on a little tiny Gucci belt and little tiny skinny pants. And his hair's always fluffed out. And I'm like, what you got, boy, Cody? Timothy, thank you. West Irvin does claim me. It's more Irvin proper that don't. But it's because everybody in Irvin proper is not from Irvin proper, and it's because they all just came in with a bunch of money and thought that they could change the way that we do things. It's all right. It's all right. It's been done before. I'm feeling better, but my stamina is not quite up. Fredericksburg, Virginia. How are you, Michelle? You got anywhere over there that I can play? You're in Olympia? See? I knew that city. Ha ha. I own a globe. From the villages in Florida. Listen, I'm coming down to Florida for too long anyway. I was going to try to play down for Alabama, but apparently that music director don't know shit from Shinola about booking music. So I'm just going to have to invent my own tour. Yes, that is where the Mushroom Festival is this year and every year the last weekend of April. I've played there exactly twice in the past 35 years that they've had it. Once when I was 12 and they didn't pay me. And once when I was 40 and they shamed me. So, got me a funnel cake and went the hell home. Thank you, Connie, for living left. I wrote that one night when I woke up. I was mad as hell. I hadn't been dating Sean for very long, but he was making out with Shania Twain in my dream, and I thought, how dare he? This is my Grammys. Why is he making out with her? But I woke up and I was madder than hell, and I was like, I'm going to just leave. I don't even know where I am in West Virginia. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. What if I just left? And I called my friend Devin, and she's like, okay, maybe just calm down and eat a candy bar because I think your sugar's low. But also just write a song. So I did. And that's that song. He didn't even know I was mad at him. You ever woke up and been pissed off at somebody for dream cheating? Oh, I got to tell you about a dream I had last night, speaking of Daniel. I don't know if this is prophetic or not, but it was a crazy dream, and I can remember it detail by detail, so I have to share it with y'all. I had a dream last night that I was in Washington, D.C., and I ordered an Uber. Okay, so that's where I am in my dream. And I was all dressed up, like really dressed up, like not like funeral dressed up, like show dressed up. And I remember getting into the Uber and Donald Trump was driving. And I was like, why are you driving an Uber? He said, I just want to get to know people. And I was like, all right. So he's like, where are you going? I'm like, the Lincoln Memorial. He's like, it's one of my favorites. He started spouting off some crap. And there was some Secret Service guy in the front seat. And I'm in the back like, why is Donald Trump driving this livery car right now? And when I got to the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, he got ready to drop me off. I handed him my sticker and a CD. And he took off a Rolex and handed it to me. And I was like, why? He said, you gave me something that was yours. I'm going to give you something that was mine. Now we're square. And I was like, that's so weird. And I remember holding it, and it was so heavy in my hand. And I put it on my wrist, and it had a 45 and a 47 and big, huge diamond encrusted numbers and a big American flag imposed on it. And he goes, enjoy the Lincoln Memorial. And I was like, enjoy your Uber shift. So I was like, what does that mean? What does that dream mean? So I don't know if that means that I'm headed somewhere and maybe ODJT is in the driver's seat. I don't know if that's figuratively or literal, or maybe I just had on C-SPAN when I went to bed. I don't know. But it was weird. It was weird. It was like I remember holding that watch in my hand. I was like, God, this is heavy. Like, who wears these? Like, weird. So, there's that. Thank you for downloading my music, Roxy. Appreciate it. There's some things on there that I like, and there's some things on there that I don't. But I think that's everybody. I put out 8 albums in 18 months, and I was kind of going just through a little bit of a divorce and a breakdown at the same time. So I just wrote it all out. But, you know, that's what we do. And I'm putting new stuff on YouTube until I can get it released on Spotify. And I'm kind of holding my reins right now because I got a big old cut coming out by a big old Grammy award-winning country music artist. And it's going to be her single. So I think that maybe I should just like wait a minute before I release any more original music so you can see what I can do as a songwriter. And then be like, oh, and she also sings and tells jokes and raises chickens and juggles. Stands on her head and shits with nickels. So, backseat to nobody. I mean, if you're famous though, you don't want to ride in the front. I mean, I don't know what Rosa Parks was all pissed off about. That was terrible. It was still kind of funny. Oh, I was like, I hear squeaking. I thought one of my chickens was out. Oh, hello, Tina. See you later, Tina. Oh, I would love to do vinyls, but they cost more to produce than what I sell. Unless I'm selling at Tractor Supply and I'm Chris Stapleton or Lainey Wilson, then everybody's going to be like, why do I want these? I mean, you know, it's kind of a niche. Been really thinking about putting out a cassette tape or an 8-track. But I'm gonna include a pencil with it so you can wind it back up when it screws up in your tape. As I'd love to get my tapes out, but you'd have to find a tape player that worked. I don't even know if they make those anymore. I don't think I got them on Amazon. What's up, Julie? It's in here forever. Hello. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Beth. So, well, see, let's hope that that's true from your lips to God's ears. I'm just reading as I go. I met Donald Trump one time at the Lowe's Vanderbilt Hotel about 20 years ago. He was speaking at the Vanderbilt Business School graduation or something or another, and I was the lounge pianist at the Lowe's Vanderbilt. It was like a Tuesday night or Wednesday night. Anyway, it was like end of the night, and there wasn't nobody in there but the bellboys and the bartenders and me playing the lounge piano. And he come in, he had his tie undone. He ordered a club soda because he don't drink. And he walked around and talked to every single person that worked in that restaurant. And he came over to me last because I was still playing the piano. And he said, do you know New York, New York? And I was like, I do. And he threw $100 bill in my tip jug. We sat there and talked for a minute. And he kind of sang along and did his little finger like Herb Woolsey used to do. And he said, what do you do? And I said, I'm a songwriter. And he said, well, you're the reason I'm a billionaire. And I was like, why is that? And he said, well, if you don't write the songs, then Celine Dion won't sing the songs. And then, you know, people won't come see her at Atlantic City. And then I don't make any money off of her residency. And then I can't hire all the people that clean my hotels and cook for me and work for me and book the places and build the place. I'm like, you get it. Bravo. And that was it. He was still hosting The Apprentice and had not a nary an idea of running for office. But I'd like to meet him again and be like, do you remember that? Do you remember that old DJ? Do you remember that night you talked to that little girl from Kentucky and you asked her to play New York, New York on a baby grand piano in the middle of the Lowe's Vanderbilt lobby on a Tuesday night in the middle of Nashville? Probably not. But you never know. Garth Brooks remembers everything. But then again, I don't want to be associated with him either because I hear he's on the list. What do I know, though? I'm not famous enough to call him and be like, Garth, what's going on with you? Or was it Chris Gaines? I don't know. So, I do know that I'm probably going to have to wander down to the sheets and get me a drink because I'm not going to try to drink any more L8s tonight, and I really don't want to drink any more sweet tea. I kind of want some juice. I don't think we got any juice in this house. And I keep picking at something. I'll tell you, I have popcorn. And you know, it doesn't matter. You could eat one piece of popcorn, and you're like, I'm trying to get it. I can't. Can't do it. I'm old and crotchety. Leon would say that'd be cool if he did, but I doubt it. I mean, I meet people all the time, and I'm like, what's your name? Like, but I'm ADD, and I can't remember nothing. I don't think it has anything to do with the marijuana. It just probably has everything to do with the fact that I don't listen very well. I'm too busy talking or writing or joking or picking or grinning, smoking, cussing, complaining, bitching, griping. It's a busy life. Keep me working in Texas. Find me a place to play. I ain't scared of Texas. Got a big old hat and pair of boots, too. And I love Buc-ee's. I should probably also make the argument that I also do house concerts. So if you have a big backyard and you're like, I have a deck, drop a power cord. We'll be there by supper tomorrow night. It's not hard to book me. I'm not that famous. I know that you think I am because, you know, I'm awesome, but that was a skeeter. I knew there was mosquitoes out today. Got caught in my damn hair. Oh, it's going to be a hot summer. I don't like it. I don't like it. Y'all better get right with God now because y'all won't be able to handle hell. It's a lot harder than this. So, I'd love to come play on your porch, Tiffany. Book me. I saw Daddy T in Richmond, Kentucky. That was the same rally I met Charlie Kirk at 5 years, 10, 8, nope, 10 years ago now. Anyway, but I cried. I was like, could reach out and touch Trump, and I didn't because I didn't want to get killed. And me and my friend Amber just sat there, was like, there he is. We're in the room with the president. Whether you like him or not, you were in a room with a sitting president. That's pretty cool. I met the president of the United States again. I got to go to the White House again. When am I coming to California? As soon as y'all book me. You see a pattern here, right? If you book it, she will come. But I can't go if I got nowhere to go, you know? Be all dressed up, nowhere to go. Kind of like an atheist. How do you book me? SarahBethTerryBooking@gmail.com or 615-674-6445. That's the business number. Or you can direct message me on here, or you can leave a comment and go, message me for a gig. Literally. Or you could snail mail me. P.O. Box 428, Hurricane, West Virginia, 25526. Or you can send a pigeon. Smoke signal. Fax. Email. Pony Express. Ready to book me like ASAP. Good. As soon as I get off this live, I'm going to be like, what do you got? Send me dates. I'll tell you what I got free. I'll tell you what I'm booked. I'm booked the 14th. I'm coming to Nashville the weekend of the 20th and 21st. So you got anything down there that weekend? I have nothing gig-wise planned. I was just going to write some comedy for Shonda, write some songs for Gretchen, do some recording work with Leland, give some clothes to Devin, pick up some goo-goo clusters, hit the Russell Stover and Cookville, and come back to West by God. Yes, Cynthia, got you. Cynthia Cindy Lingerfeld. Do you have those two names, or do you have the name and a nickname? Because that's two of the same names. It's like William Bill. Just kidding with you. You can set me up in your backyard, Sonia. I've done it before. I've played to 12 whole people, and we had a hell of a time. I was on the top of a cattle trailer with a construction light on me, and we had the best time ever. Ross Perot. Oh, I'm sure he heard you coming. He had the biggest ears in the free world. I remember that in fourth grade, we had to pick somebody. I was like, I'm going to pick the dude with the ears. Because I just thought at some point during the debate, he would just flap off like Dumbo and go like, bye, guys. I'm like, bye, Ross Perot. You don't remember that? He had like the biggest ears. He looked like a hobbit. Hell, there's probably somewhere in a trailer park we could play. Picnic shelter, big top, leasing office, tobacco field, tennis court. Don't tell me that you're the only trailer park that don't have a basketball court. Come on. Jen wants to Pony Express me. That sounds dirty, but I know it ain't. Officially Cynthia, because Daddy told me Cindy was my name. Well, be who you want to be. There's people who think that they're ponies, furries and fuzzies and flickers and whatever the hell else that they're coming up with. Be who you want to be. Change your damn name. There's worse things. You need eggs, Pegasus. I got you covered. You want duck? You want chicken? Do you want a combo of duck and chicken? Do you want to meet and egg somebody's house? Like, we have a mission? You know. I tried to be smart. I did go to Transylvania University and get 3 degrees while I was there, and they kept testing my damn IQ to see if it got any higher. And I'm like, can it get higher? Because at this point, you're going to send me to MIT, and I don't speak Boston, so I can't go. But I've always been too big for my britches and too smart for my own good. And my dad's like, don't be a smart aleck. And I was like, well, I'd rather be a smart aleck than a dumbass. I like to read. I buy bunches of books. And when I'm not talking to you, I'm reading a book. I recommend it. But don't be like my friend Amber. She was listening to Audible the other day, and she was like, I was about 3 chapters into this book that I'm trying to listen to on the way to Kroger. And I thought, this would be so much easier if it had subtitles. And I was like, it does. They're called books. Books. Someone's reading you that book right now. Craig's fit. She can hear you. Ross Perot was somewhere going, what was that? It was the wind. It wasn't the wind. Thank you. Thank you, Judy, for thinking I'm intelligent. Yes, I know. It does say ho from that perspective, but I gave that life up when I found Jesus and my second husband. Can't dry. Snail mail sounds fun. Oh, do it. We'll write letters. Dear Agatha, the misery is great. We lost both oxen in the river and we're out of hardtack and the long winter approaches. Hey, thanks for being a big fan, William Corbin. Welcome to the porch. Mix, Pegasus said. Mix them eggs up. You can tell the difference because the duck eggs are much bigger and you can see through them. It's weird. You have to, like, hit them harder to break them. But yet, when you hold them up, you're like, you can see through it. It's kind of like looking at milk glass. Book you on the towboat? Yes. 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 Like, how fun would that be? Like Redneck Yacht Club, but on a towboat. It'd be so much fun. I played on a pontoon once, and then the pontoon took us out to a bigger boat. And I was like, I thought this was the gig. And they're like, no, this is the transportation. I was like, okay. I've played in places where this was the gig. So, hello, Rick. How are you, bud? We'll be pen pals like in prison. We'll do chain letters. Share this with 7 friends who have bad luck forever. Oh, that's me, Christopher. I wish that my husband knows that I love to read, and I love that man with every breath in my body because he knows my crazy. He accepts it wide open, and he's like, go buy some books. I'm like, I bought 40 books today, but they were 10 for $1, so don't worry about it. You got some good ones, too. If I didn't have to walk up, to the Jeep to get them, I'd show them to you, but I'm lazy and I don't want to do it. And it's dark outside. Oh, I want to be on a barge. We'll bring the party barge. So excited. Do the duck eggs taste different? Yes, and here's why. They're more protein and there's more yolk than white. So, and it will clean you out quickly, too. So, I recommend don't eat more than like 3 in one sitting. But they are a richer taste. They're higher in protein and they have like a really, I want to say it almost tastes like a Bernaise. Like it's like a real creamy, buttery yolk. Henceforth, though, turkey eggs have more white than they have yolk. So they're fluffier and they're really cool to make meringue and stuff with. Never had a duck egg. Oh, they're so good. They're so good. I really have to wash them, though, before I give them away because they bury them. So you just be walking through the yard and they're like, there's an egg. And so you have to like wash them. So, yes, Christopher, I'm the same way. I like genealogy, history, historical fiction. You know, I like all that stuff. I'm a big genealogy nut. I've had an ancestry membership since 2001. So when anybody calls, they're like, who was Larry Davis's first cousin on his mom's side? I'm like, Etta Warmoth. And what's really funny, okay, get this. So, you know, we're not from West Virginia, but we live in West Virginia. So I'm from Kentucky. Sean was raised in Ohio, born in Indiana. So we've been all over, but we're neither one from West Virginia. And I was going through my family tree, and I was like, you know, there's Courtney's in my bunch. And he's like, I said, but like way back. Like way back. Like Nancy Broom had Nathaniel, and he was the first white mixed child born on the Cherokee Reservation after the Trail of Tears, and then Hicks line became the surname for all the Wolf Clan Band of Cherokee there in North Carolina. And he married the daughter of Sarah Courtney. And he was like, what now? I'm like, yeah. I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same bunch, even though it's spelled the same, and there was only so many in the United States at that time. It's probably not the same people. We're probably not cousins. But what's really funny is that Shonda was a Courtney, Shonda Pierce, and her and Sean are cousins. So I'm like, why are you kin to Dolly, or to Loretta Lynn and Tom T. Hall and Shonda Pierce? He's related to like everybody a lot. I'm not kin to nobody. I'm kin to myself. I'm 8th cousins with Dolly Parton, twice removed. But it's not near enough where I could go to Dollywood on a discount, so don't count it. You know? Courtney's from Southern Indiana, yes. He was born in Muncie. Yes. The Courtney's in Indiana. That's where his bunch is from. I'd love to, like, figure some stuff out. Like, help him do his family tree and, like, what's my family tree now, too? So, be fun. Are you kin to any Hurleys or Johnstons? I don't know. Not right off the cuff that I can think of, but I did go to school with a bunch of Hurleys. Do I like Ryder Taylor Caldwell? Don't know. Never read anything by him. Bella, you should visit West Virginia and see the New River Gorge, which is the newest national park. We're cousins. All right. Then invite me to a family reunion. I'll bring my guitar. It's fine. I love Shonda. She's so fun. Like, she's so fun. I knew what you were saying, Tracy. Don't worry about it. Did I do a DNA test? Yeah, I'm 100% this bitch. No, I'm just kidding. That's a Lizzo song. Explain once removed or twice removed. Okay, I'm going to explain this to you the best way I know how. Okay. My mother's name is Tammy. She has a sister named Beth. Okay? Mom has me and my brother. Okay? Beth has Taylor, Scarlett, and John. We're first cousins. Okay? Me and Dylan are first cousins with Taylor, Scarlett, and John. Okay? Now, Taylor just had a baby a year ago. Lily Kate. Okay. Now, if I had a baby, which I don't, but if I did, it would be second cousins with Taylor's cousin. But since I don't, I am that baby's first cousin once removed. Because I'm first cousins with its parent. Does that make sense? So that's how, it's where it crosses over. So like, my brother's kids, my niece and nephew are first or second cousins with Taylor's kids. But Dylan is first cousins once removed with Taylor's kids, and Taylor is first cousins once removed with Dylan's kids. I hope you understand that that's how you do first and second and third removed. Like you just, it's a split off from the original generation. Oh, see, Christopher, we should start a whole club. I love that stuff. I think we should just start a page called, Are You My Cousin? Like that little duck. Are you my mother? We should do that. Be like, are you my cousin? Let's check. Me and my buddy Jeremy did that once at a 4th of July concert that we were both at, and I was helping the Goodwin brothers out, and they was playing that night, and that was their drummer. We were sitting there talking. I was like, did you say that your mom was a Muncie? He goes, yeah. And I was like, my mom was a Muncie. And we sat there for 15 hours, like way into the dawn of July the 5th, after the Ramparts had already gallantly streamed. And we found out that we're like fourth cousins. And I was like, well, I'll be damned. But it was Kentucky. I mean, like, that's really not that big of a stretch. If he was from, like, Alaska, I'd be like, what? Like, but, you know. He's from the next town over. We'd probably work in. After third cousin, it's just dog Kim. That's right. You're into kissing cousins after the third cousins. It doesn't contaminate the bloodlines nearly as bad as having an extra arm or leg, you know. I go across the hall and you can go across the hall. I'm just kidding. We've kind of started an ancestry club. Now we're just figuring out how we're all kin to Jesus. So, join us on Thursday nights for the Feral Christian Book Study, Bible study. We just do a little bit of everything. We pick, we grin. I was thinking about this today. I bet there was Bible characters who smoked. Just hear me out, okay? Like, I've been thinking a lot about this. Abraham, okay? Abraham's on the mountain. God's like, take Isaac, go kill him. Comes up to the point where he's fixing to kill Isaac, and he's like, don't do it. Just kidding. There's a ram over there. I just want to see if you do it. And you know that Abraham's like, I don't have to kill him? And God's like, no, it was just a test. He's like, okay, I'll be back in a minute. Y'all just get that ram ready. I'll be back in a minute. And you know Abraham's over behind the bush like, I could have killed him. And you know Isaac come over. He's like, just get out of my face right now. You don't even know I about killed you. You better thank God that I didn't kill you. You better literally thank God. I was this close to killing. What was I going to tell your mother? Like, maybe Joseph smoked. You know, Mary's fixing to go into labor, and he's out back with the wise men going, it's not even my kid. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. We're having this thing in a barn. God, this can't be sterile. Like, you can't help but think about that. You know that Paul, on his way back from Ephesus, like the 4th time, was like, Dear Ephesus, you better hope that this letter reaches you before I get back down there. Also, talk to them Turks about getting us some of this special blend. Timothy says hi. So, just things I think about. They said they burned incense. I'm like, do you think there maybe was a little bit of tobacco in there? Because that was a lot of traumatic stuff. I would have liked to have had a little nicotine. Lot turn around and be like, where's my wife? Shit. Where's my lighter? Right? They're smoking everything that would burn, including that burning bush. Well, it never burned up. Personally, I think that their papers were too thick. But anyway, I think we've all had these thoughts. Like, I'm like, if Adam and Eve were the first humans, why do they have belly buttons in all the pictures? Isn't that like a design flaw? Why do they have belly buttons? Things I think about. Have I ever acted in a play or a movie? I was in some plays in high school and a few in college. But turns out I'm more of a character actor because this is literally the only shade this comes in. Maybe they'll do a movie about my life. If they do, I want Dennis Quaid to play Billy Wise and Barbara Streisand to play Donna Witt, and I will not budge on those two things. Hellur. Oh, and I want Reese Witherspoon to play my friend Alyssa because they're the exact same. Just, I don't know who would play Sean. J.D. Vance. I've been told so many times that my husband looks like J.D. Vance. I'm like, no, he doesn't. They just have blue eyes and they both were raised in Ohio. That's it. It's like where that similarity ends. Anyway. But I was just thinking about it, and I got done with the chicken yard and got up here on the porch and cooled off a little bit, and I thought I'd just talk to y'all for a little bit because we hadn't got to talk today. So, who plays me? Me. Starring as herself. Or Mandy Moore, but she'd have to put on like 20 pounds. Maybe 50. Maybe they get that Melissa McCarthy to play me, but then I'd have to fatten her back up too. I don't know. I don't know who I look like. I don't think I look like anybody. I look like Sarah Beth Terry. Maybe they'll find like my niece and she'll be like an actress one day. She'll play me like Michael Jackson's nephew's playing him in that new movie. Like, who knows? It could happen. So, back to our regularly scheduled evening. I'm going to get off here and get something for supper. I might eat the rest of that shawarma bowl that I brought home. Maybe. It's awfully good. Anyway, but if you want to book me, send me a message. Leave a message on here. We'll have Sean go back through it and review it. Thank you for ordering some t-shirts. That's awesome. Stickers are coming soon. Next week, we're going to get together again at 7 o'clock for the Feral Christian Bible Study. So if you want to get on the porch with us, come on down. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for listening to the music. Thank you for binge watching the outfits of the day. I had so much fun with that. Like, I've been really thinking about, like, as I get done with outfits, I might just auction them off and be like, I wore this at this particular gig for this outfit of the day. And I could style you. The Queen Bee Bazaar. But anyway, that's all I really know from this side of the hill. I hope that you're having a great night, and I hope that whatever you did today, you did it on purpose, and that you're having the best night ever, and the Lord continues to bless you and your family. Keep your Bibles open and your powder dry and your head on a swivel because people are acting crazy in this day and age. Be nice to old people, animals, and children. Give it to God and lift each other up. And as always, friends, please remember, I'm Sarah Beth Terry, and you're not. Bye.